So we've just arrived.
Yeah.
You disappeared for probably 5 minutes, and I thought, where the bloody hell is Jarch gone? You come back into the room, and I'm like, all right, anyway, I better use the bathroom just before we start the podcast.
That was your first mistake.
I've been gassed. I've been gassed by the stench of your shit. I literally walked in Jarch and was like I choked.
Bro.
It wasn't just like someone's, been to number two's here. It was like
It was
stench. Like,
Dude.
I felt like it's on my skin.
Dude, I was like, fuck, I don't feel good. I feel crook. Went in there, did something that no one would ever be proud of. And I walked back out, and then as soon as I saw you walk in, I looked at Burma and I started laughing. I go, bruh, she's about to get the shock of her fucking life.
It was like...
walked in, Lou walked back in the room, just opened the door, and she just looked at me. She just closed the door behind her quietly, and then she just stared at me. You went, what'd you say? You're like, you know what you've done.
It was a hot stench, Jarch.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Like, you need to get your bowels checked.
I started feeling really crook after we went and got our coffees. And I was like, fucking hell.
Well, sometimes that
Now
does
I
it
feel
to
great.
you. Sometimes that does it to you, a coffee.
I feel great.
Well, I don't feel great because I feel like I'm covered in your shit.
You literally are. My poo particles are currently attached to your skin.
Yeah, I'm annoyed I didn't bring perfume. I would have given myself a quick spritz and I would have sprayed you as well.
Yeah, I am really... I'm not sorry.
I love how you knew that I was walking out to use the toilet.
What was I going to say? Hey, Lou.
Yeah. Say, hey, Lou.
Funnier.
That might be a bit of a shock if you go in there. Perhaps hold 5.
It's funnier the other way.
It wasn't.
Me saying to Burmo, watch this. This will be bad.
Do you know, while I was sitting in there, I thought, this is going to be so bad if I walk out and Burmo's there ready to use the toilet, because it would have looked like I was the victim.
Great point.
And I would have had to have been like, no, I swear it was Jarch. Like, it wasn't me, it was Jarch.
Dude, there was a situation the other day. We were going on a road trip out to Lightning Ridge for my mate's fucking engagement. Anyway, I was with one of my good mates. She was travelling with me and Fef. She was in the back. She's like, hey, I've really got to go to the bathroom. I go, righto. I can't remember where we were, but it was in fucking Woolpool, middle of nowhere. There was a little rest stop with a public toilet thing, right? We got there and we were the only people there. Mm. She goes into the bathroom. And she was like, I saw her be like, oh, this is fucked. Like, whatever was in that, like, those public restrooms quite often can be so fucked, right?
Yeah, and they probably aren't cleaned very often.
No.
Yeah.
But she was like, okay, I've really got to go. I've just got to nut up and I've got to use this. I think there was no seat. It was blocked and flooded. She had to do what she had to do, right? As soon as she closes the door, another car pulls up. 2 chicks get out. They're waiting for the bathroom. Another car pulls out. An old bird, an old duck gets out and she's waiting for the bathroom. Another car pulls up. I'm not kidding. Within about 2 minutes, there was about 6 people waiting to use the female restroom.
No, and she's got to open that door.
And she walked out and I saw her do what you just described, where she's like, guys, what's in there isn't me. Am I doing... I'm pissing myself because she's just had to walk awkwardly through this crowd of women being like, it's not good in there. This was not my doing. And they're all just thinking, that bitch just fucked that toilet up.
I was about to say, I don't know if I'd say anything. I think I'd just, you're never going to see these people again. I think I'd just smile and off you go.
Yeah, I was like, look, you're never going to see them ever again. You'll be fine. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious. So I am sorry for...
covering me in shit particles.
Yeah. Gassing you.
Yeah.
I apologise.
Thanks so much.
Probably won't be the last time.
It's probably off the back of your weekend on the booze.
Yeah.
You know?
Had a bit on.
Yeah. We had a bit of a sesh on Friday.
Lou put me in the doghouse with them, you say?
I did not put you in the doghouse, mate. I said to you, I'll drive to the Bondi Diggers. And you said, mate, get an Uber. And I said, no, Jarch, I'm not having a big one.
Oh, that's right.
And you said, mate, get an Uber. And when I arrived, I said, I'll just have a glass of Chardonnay, please. And the lady goes, small or large? And Jarch goes, give her a large. And I thought, well, fuck, we're on here.
We were on.
Now it's downhill. And my thing is you know me, I'm usually a tequila soda girl.
Yeah.
And I reckon I can honestly have 10 tequila sodas and be, don't want to say sober, but pretty fine. if I have like 3 wines, I'm like,
Wine
like
fucks
it just
shit up.
hits me.
Yeah. Look, I did get in the doghouse. We had a great night though. We had a lot of fun. But I was in the doghouse come Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I woke up to a text from you at about 3 p.m. saying, "Fuck, I'm in the doghouse."
But this is my point. This is what I said to Fef. She was like, "Mate, we've just come back from overseas. We said we were going to chill. Blah 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 blah. You've gone and got fucked up again." And I was like, you only really seem to have a problem with me getting fucked up if you're not some way involved. She was like, "No, I'm going to chill tonight." I said, "Yeah, right. Well, I'm going to go for a few beers and see what happens." If she's involved, she's happy as Larry, right, with the whole thing.
To launch.
Mm-hmm. And I've said this to a heap of blokes, and I said this to a heap of birds, and the birds are like, "Oh yeah, no, I'd be straight up him if I'm not there and involved with it, I'm tearing strips." And she tore fucking strips.
See, I like, obviously there are times where I'd get annoyed. Like, I understand where she's coming from. You guys literally have just been in Europe launching. Like, you probably should be toning it. Yeah. But I also am very much like, if I don't have a boyfriend,
but I'm also,
if I had a boyfriend and they were to go out, I'd be like, perfect, home alone for the night, Uber Eats on my own, watching some shit TV, amazing, no one to annoy me.
This is why, in a lot of ways, you're like a bloke.
Yes, besides not having a penis.
Well, that's still up for debate. I've heard some yarns. Like, whenever our missus, and I don't know, I don't want to speak too broadly, but it seems to be quite a thing where it's like, if your girlfriend's like, I've got dinner with the girls tonight, I think we're going to send it. Mate, every bloke is like, fucking yeah. He's got a tub of Vaseline right next to him within about 2.2 seconds.
Here's my other thing. Here is my other thing.
See you, darling.
Chicks can, guys can happily go out and have like a lads' night or whatever, and girls could just stay at home, be whatever. As soon as girls are like, "Oh, I've got like a chick's dinner or whatever," boys are like, right in the lads' chat, like, "Yes, we're on tonight, we're launching." It's like, why can't you just sit at home if your girlfriend's out doing her thing?
Oh, I can. I consider it.
No, you can't. You've got a drinking problem, mate.
Okay, right. We're airing this out.
Are we starting the roast now?
Well, yeah.
You and I are very similar in the sense
we're impulsive.
But I love those spontaneous nights, but we're very similar that we'll go, nah, it's time to chill. And then it'll just be like, there's no point even saying it.
We have both told each other probably numerous times, yeah, you know what, I think I'm just going to fucking get fit, fucking eat good and just lay off the grogs for a bit. I've got a big silly season coming up. There's fucking engagements, weddings, buxes, blah, 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 blah. And we have these full yarns, and I feel like we convince ourselves through each other, convincing each other. And then I'll get a text from you literally saying, "Lulu's slipped up." And it'll be like 4 hours after we had the conversation that we're not drinking. And then
like
you're at the
my
pub.
weekend just been was meant to be like, right, get up, go to the gym, like really health as well, like do some runs.
Yeah.
I went out Friday night. I woke up Saturday, went to the beach and started having seltzers at 11 a.m.
Yeah, that was aggressive.
Then I went out on Sunday as well.
Correct.
And do you know my favourite part of the weekend? So
putting an old man in a headlock?
Besides
at the pub, which is what she did.
Besides from that part, my favourite part of the weekend was on Monday morning, obviously like a little bit, scat hungover.
It'll get you.
Thought, I'll go for a hot girl lap, I'll get a coffee, I'll put my headphones in, I'll go for a nice lap. I'm looking at pretty tired at this point. Like, it'd been a big weekend.
Yep.
And I'm walking along Rose Bay and I go, oh no, is this really happening to me on a Monday morning? Walking towards me is one of the blokes who asked me out for a drink and then never texted me and followed up. So full-blown ghost. And so I'm like, what? Am I being punished? Like, why on this Monday morning? It's 8:30 in the morning. I look like dog shit. And he's walking towards me and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, really good. How are you?
God.
And
he would have been thinking, fuck's sake, I've fully ghosted this bird and this is who I'm getting presented with.
Yeah. A lot of people have said to me, they think that, also it's like a thing now that everyone's like, "Oh, I heard you." I'll bump into people and they go, "I heard you got ghosted 4 times. And I'm like, can I just preface that it's not like I've gone on a date with these people and they've gone ghosted. It's like they never meet me.
Yeah,
so it's not like there's nothing actually wrong with me, But what I will say...
Who are you trying to convince here?
What I will say is that a lot of people have said to me, they're like, I genuinely think the podcast is cock-blocking you. Because people think
you just use the word genuinely in the right
oh,
context.
don't pull me up here.
She can't say, she always says, I think the podcast has generally cock-blocked me.
Okay.
Doesn't know the difference between generally and genuinely. I brought it up pre-podcast. Now she's right onto it. She's right onto it.
I genuinely think the podcast is cock-blocking me.
Look.
People think they're going to be on the podcast. I can look you dead in the eyes down this camera right now and tell you, you're not that fucking special. Not every date I go on is going to get a mention on the podcast.
Satan? Been mentioned?
Satan?
Yep.
Would we say Satan ever took me on a date, Jarch? Or did Satan just take me out for 40 beveraginos till 4 a.m?
That's a date of sorts.
Is it?
Well, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. He's called Satan for a reason.
Yeah, that's a good point. But my point is he's been mentioned on the podcast and is now being mentioned. So what you're saying is factually inaccurate. Hey, gentlemen, if you ever take Lou out on a date, you will be dragged on this fucking podcast.
No, stop.
Cock-blocked you.
Stop cock-blocking me. I'm going to be cock-blocked enough when we do the roast soon. Going back to the generally, genuinely.
Yeah.
So that actually like triggers me a bit because my ex-boyfriend used to say to me, Lou, you don't know the difference between brought and bought. And so then it became this thing in my head where every time I needed to say one or the other, I'd be thinking going, fuck, is it?
So give me an example.
So obviously I've come to dinner at your house, so I've bought some lemons over. No,
Okay.
oh fuck, I've brought some lemons over. I've brought some lemons over with me.
Yeah.
And then I've gone to the shops.
You bought lemons.
And I've bought lemons
Yeah,
for the lemon cake.
Correct.
But yeah, he'd always go, Lou, and I'd go, oh, fuck off, Ned. I get it. Sorry, Ned.
I'm generally pissed off. So, welcome to the potty. Lou and I are about to fucking roast the shit out of each other.
Yeah. I'm a bit nervous because, like, it's all about the delivery. And it's also the punchlines can be very funny for you because they're about you, but some of the listeners might not understand the jokes.
Well, if they listen, I feel like if they've listened to the potty,
they'll get it.
they'll have a fair idea.
Yeah.
We've got to rock off to see who goes first. Or do you want to go first or second?
I kind of want to go. Oh, I kind of want to go second.
I want to go second too. So let's rock off.
Fuck! I'm scared, Jarch. No,
Don't be
I'm
scared.
Do you know? I'm not even scared for what you're going to say about me. I'm more scared about my delivery to you.
We'll be fine.
And also, don't come at us for being mean to each other. We're good mates. This is a bit of fun. If you're not going to enjoy the roast and you're going to say we're evil, leave now.
Yeah. It's
Turn it off.
It's some light jabs, some light barbs at each other.
Uppercut, jet cross.
So how do you go?
How do you...
paper, rock?
No,
Scissors,
I go
rock?
paper, scissors, rock.
Okay, cool.
Paper, scissors, like that.
Yep, cool.
Okay. Paper, scissors, rock. Ha! Suck shit.
Best of three.
You didn't say that.
Always is. It's always best of three.
Was there a rule book for the paper, scissors, rock?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing one of those.
Let's go, baby. I'll go first. Roast coming up. Welcome to the roast of Louisa Dowden. The last people to say that were those two blokes in your dorm room at college, so I feel honoured. Lou's put on a beautiful pink dress for the roast. She said she wanted to be pretty in pink. I'd more just call you in pink. I wrote that about 2 minutes ago. Crushed it. Lou, people love reminiscing and saying things that remind them of their childhood. Is that why you've kept all your chins? Lou reckons she's got thick skin. Weird, I just thought you were big boned. I wrote that one about 2 minutes ago as well.
Oh, so you've just seen me today and thought, you know what? Perfect. That is a good one I'll write down.
I was thinking, she's like, I've got thick skin, we'll be fine. And I was like, what can I do, thick skin? I'm a comedian. Lou loves singing the song Tomorrow from the musical Annie. She actually flew to LA and auditioned tomorrow for Robin Williams. Coincidentally, It was the day he killed himself. Lou really can't sing. She's clearly very tone deaf. Lou's so tone deaf that she tweets out of touch racist things. Because you're tone deaf, because you see, double entendre.
When you have to explain the joke, I don't feel like it's very good.
I'm kidding. You've got some support out there for your singing voice. In fact, a bloke came up to me the other day and he said, come on, she's not that bad a singer. I might also add, he told me that in fucking sign language. Lou decided to take up playing the drums when she was a child, but swiftly gave it up when she realised that the drumsticks weren't made of chicken. Lou also claims that she got every award as a child and won everything. Let's be honest, the only thing you were awarded with as a child was type 2 diabetes. As we all know, Lou has a deep love for Justin Bieber. There's no joke here. That's the roast. You're an adult. Hey, Lou, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Because 20 years ago he saw you coming and didn't want to be devoured on the spot. Fun fact, guys, when Lou shed all her childhood weight, Eddie Murphy actually used the excess skin for his suit in The Nutty Professor.
Oh, my God.
Lou's been ghosted 4 times in a row recently.
Oh.
That's where the guy organises a date with you, then just never shows. Once again, there's no joke here, Lou. That roast kind of just writes itself, doesn't it? Lou reckons she's got a bit of a fatal attraction to the bad boys. Yeah, you know the traditional bad boy type, the copy-paste, white-bread eastern suburb Sydney finance guy. Sheesh, Lou, ease up with these rebels, would you? Didn't one of them borrow their mum's Mercedes once without asking? Oh, my God. Oh, didn't one of them get a Rolex that didn't quite fit, but he simply didn't give a fuck, so he just bought it anyway? Oh, what a rebel. Oh, man, didn't one of them wear his tie too short in the office one day and all his mates named Regan noticed and called him out for being totally wacky? Quit living on the edge with these guys, you crazy bitch. Hey, Lou, do you know how a knock-knock joke works?
Yes.
So I go knock-knock.
Who's there?
Jarch. Jarch who?
Jarch who?
Jarch, the greatest roaster of all time. Hey, Lou, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Type 2 diabetes.
Diabetes.
You've probably got it. Thank you.
Fuck me. The Eddie Murphy Nutty Professor suit. Oh.
My personal favourite was you didn't want to play drums because you realised the drumsticks were made of chicken.
That was also my favourite.
How we feeling? Wasn't that bad?
No, that was. I'm proud of you because it was all very creative as well.
Thank you.
Bedwetters for life, man.
Bedwetters for life, dog.
Right.
Fuck, here we go.
It's Lulu's time.
Oh my God, Lulu's time to shine.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the roast of Jack Edward Archdale. You're hoping that the podcast will blow up and we make heaps of money because I know that you've been Googling chin implants and obviously I want you to get a good surgeon. But until then, if you need any help folding towels, just let me know. Anytime you get bad news, they don't say chin up to you purely because they can't. You've changed your fashion sense 4 times since moving to Sydney. For a guy who claims to not care what he looks like, you've had 4 different fashion styles, including preppy eastern suburbs boy. Why don't we just call you an eclectic wanker and move on? There's a good reason you wear R.M. Williams, and it's because you put the cunt in country.
It's good. It's good.
We all know you're putting on a bogan accent, but it's just to hide the fact that you can't string a sentence together. Dipshit. It's also a good thing you had acne at age 16 because it distracted everyone from your fucked up teeth. When you're a 16-year-old gamer, you thought you weren't getting laid because you didn't have a girlfriend. Now you're a 31-year-old gamer with a girlfriend and you've learnt the real reason you're not getting laid is just because you're ugly. You say that you snot in the streets and it's appropriate because you're from the farm, you're from the outback. No, you're just a fucking grub, mate. Considering you can't spell Edward, your middle name, your dad actually called me the other day and told me he was thinking of changing your name to Off.
That's good. Jack off. I like it creative.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. You claim you love country music, but the only country you listen to is Keith Urban when he hits the top 40. You've got two hot cop brothers. If someone tried to rob the pub, one of your brothers would have his knee on his head, the other one would have him handcuffed, and you'd be the grown man in the corner lip-syncing and doing a TikTok dance.
That's nearly your best yet.
You freak out at wooden cutlery and ice cream sticks touching your mouth. Yeah, that's fair enough, you don't like wood in your mouth, but why didn't you tell any of the boys that on Mad Monday? Wrecked.
Not bad.
Mic drop.
That's good. That's good.
What was your favourite?
I liked the acne teeth one.
Yeah, you fucked up teeth.
That's good.
Well, nothing's changed there, so.
That was a good one. That was good. I feel like they were equal levels of wrecking.
Yeah.
I feel like mine more factually accurate than yours.
Oh, so I'm just a big chicken drumstick. Well done, mate.
That was great.
Tough skin.
Thick skin, baby. Bedwetters for life. I love roasts.
Should we do one every week? Just a roast of your week and a roast of mine?
Yeah. Let us know who you reckon won the roast.
Yeah. We'll put a poll up. And who you think won the roast? Lulu.
Probably Jarch.
Perhaps we get celebratory pedal pops. Lulu want fantails. Lulu want squirms.
Lulu want fantails.
Lulu want sugar. Lulu hungry.
Lulu got cranky in my car because there was empty wrappers of fantails. And she said, oh, does that mean? And then she opened up the console in my car and there was no fantails and she goes,
Lulu want fantails.
I was like, fuck.
Does that just like sum me up as a child as well?
Yes, that gave me such a good fucking
yes,
insight.
Mum and Dad be like, no, you can't have that.
Yeah.
Lulu, hungry. Lulu, unleash. Hungry Hulk. And then I ate Jill and Franco. And they're no longer around.
Correct. Hey, I wanted to, before we're going to do farm terms.
My favourite.
Just a couple of farm terms. But I wanted to shout out to Shannon's dad, Gil.
Oh, yeah.
So
On your Gil.
Shannon got her old man Gil onto the potty, and apparently he just listens to it while he's whirling around in his bobcat clearing. So, Gil, thanks for listening, mate, while you're destroying our natural flora and fauna. I really appreciate it. No, I'm kidding. It's probably not illegal. It's probably just, it's legal clearing.
What's a clearing?
Well, he's clearing with his bobcat, so he's clearing an area.
Dust.
Yeah, he's clearing the dust. Good work, Lou.
No.
Good dust clearing, Gil.
Maize.
I beg your pardon?
Maize. He's clearing maize.
Right.
M-A-I-Z-E. Corn.
With a bobcat.
Well, in my head, I'm imagining one of those things and they've got like almost like a little like thing at the front. It goes...
Okay, let me just write this down. Farm terms. What's a header?
Well, in football, I know, as I used to play soccer as a child, you go boof with your head. Mm-hmm. A header is, I think you'll be in a tractor with two of you, and you'll have one of them as the header. So he's like the spotter, being like, "Oi, slow down! There's a hare! Watch out! There's a snake! There's a python in the maze."
A header is what you just described. It's a combine harvester.
Oh, the thing.
Yeah. I thought I'd give you a fucking layup. See what I've done there? Mm-hmm. You didn't catch on.
Didn't catch on. It makes sense what I said, though. Are there two of you in a tractor?
Still the wrong terminology. Anyway. Look, there can be two of you in a tractor, but not through necessity, just in case, you know.
I reckon if I was on the farms, I'd be one of those people where it would be like, "Oi, someone go grab some wood," and I'd be like, "Oh, I need my mate to come with me to carry it." Like there'd be two of you doing the job, and only one of you needed to.
Yeah,
Lou, you got to dig this hole. Oh, I need two of you. Oi, I got to muster the sheep. Oh, come on, bring my mate.
Ain't one mustering, is there? Probably not. Yeah, that makes it way funner.
Yeah.
I used to love as a little kid when I could finally or even when I had to be lifted up into the tractor and there was this little fold out seat that Dad had put down and I'd get to go working with him on the little seat.
Yeah.
You just felt and you're in the big tractor and you're like, this is fucking living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Headers You're
Just
left, right, and
headers
centre.
Yeah, headers left, right, and centre.
And you're spotting the hares. Whoa, there's a python as well.
A python.
Slow down, Dad. It's a sea snake.
You're an idiot. What do you think a mountain oyster is?
Oh, I know what a real oyster is, but a mountain oyster. I think I've got this one. It's a goat, isn't it?
No, it's not. A goat?
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm thinking of a mountain goat, aren't I?
You are.
A mountain oyster. It's a type of dog that rounds up the sheep. Is it?
No.
Oh. You gave me like the well done
I was going
look.
along with it. I was thinking, okay.
Okay,
all right.
one more guess.
Yep.
I've got it. It's like we've knocked off for the day. Lads, we're having a mountain oyster. And it's like a frothy.
You're cracking a beer.
Mountain oyster.
Cracking a big old mountain. No. It's not.
Okay, what is it?
It's a discarded testicle.
From a goat?
Well, fuck, from whatever. A ram or a bull that is now.
Why is the testicle off?
Well, when you
Deram
marking
them.
Deram them. What's deramming?
There's a term for it.
You're thinking of dehorning.
Yes.
That's taking the horns off.
Yes.
No.
No, deramming, I'm sure that's a thing.
Right.
When they get rid of the balls because they don't want them to
I know it.
say masturbate. But
Didn't you tell me you got a good deramming this morning?
you're sick. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a...
Got a good deramming.
Yeah, seriously. Sorry, Jill and Franco, if you had to hear that.
Love you, Jill and
But you
Franco.
prefer to hear that than,
Than what I said.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So when you're marking, so say if you're lamb marking or calf marking or whatever like that, a part of the process is to castrate said animal. So a lot of people do it with a ring, like a rubber ring, and that's what we do, and they just fall off, They'll walk around, they'll just fall off eventually.
Oh, so it doesn't hurt them.
Cuts the blood, flow off and shit.
All right.
Some people will castrate with a scalpel. And so when you throw the testicles away, it's called a mountain oyster because they kind of look like oysters. And they're
So would you just throw them on the farms? So your dad could be...
or at each other.
Yuck!
Yeah.
So your dad could be in the tractor and drive over it with the header and there's just a mountain oyster going...
Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like you're becoming, the more we do this, the more confused you become. It's like you're not learning.
I reckon I sound like I know what I'm on. I know what I'm on about. No?
Yeah. What do you reckon a Mickey bull is?
Mickey bull. Is it the leader of the pack of the cows? So it's like there's the big Mickey bull and he's like the head honcho of the pack.
I like where your head's gone.
Yeah.
It's not, no.
Because we used to have this, what would you call it? No, not a monument, but people would go to this farm to see Big Red in New Zealand, and it was just a fucking massive bull.
True.
Yeah, it's called Big Red, and then it died.
How?
I think just from old age.
Oh, Big Red.
Yeah, Big Red. It was cool. It was at Alcatraz in New Zealand.
The prison.
I think I made that up in my head. I don't think it was called Alcatraz.
Alcatraz is a famous American prison.
No, I know Jill's been there before.
Okay, that's why.
Not for...
Like mother like daughter.
My mum's
Can't
not
escape the
been to-
law, Jill.
My mum's not been to prison, but she went to Alcatraz and she brought me back some pajamas.
She bought you back some pajamas. Nice.
Alcatraz pajamas. Prison ones.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that was your mother. Wasn't she away for 2 years? That was a long trip, Mum. And she bought you back Alcatraz pajamas. That was her fucking prison jumpsuit. Jill's a criminal.
Can you imagine Jill in prison? She's the kindest, cutest soul in the entire world. My mum texted me this morning. She's obviously in New Zealand. The cutest text being like, "Good morning, darling. I just thought I'd say how much I enjoyed episode 10. It was absolutely hilarious. I giggled and giggled and laughed and laughed. You two are doing a wonderful job." Like the most adorable text you've ever seen.
It was the sweetest text of all time. You did condemn my swearing, Jill, which I think is fucking bullshit. To be
She
honest,
did
but
say at the end, "Please tell Jarch to stop swearing so much." And I read it to Jarch in the car, and he said, "Fuck you, Jill."
I did not.
You actually did.
I did.
She's listening now.
Didn't.
Apologise to her.
Love you, Jill, and I am sorry. Mickey Bull.
Yeah, what is a Mickey Bull?
So it's basically it's a bull that's gone walkabout, so it hasn't been castrated, it hasn't been brought in to be marked.
Yeah.
And so it's essentially like this wild bull that shouldn't be a bull, it should be a steer that's out in the fucking
So
scrub.
it's run away.
Yeah, it missed the whole process of being marked, you know what I mean?
Also, it's just living in the woods now.
Yeah, in the woods, correct. It's just living in the woods. As all bills live in the woods.
But you know, like when you go around the country in the farms, is there just stray cows?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, is there just like, you've obviously got your cows that are your pets and you milk them and you know.
Nah, that's not what we have.
Well, just go along here. You know what I mean? Like, they're all owned by a farmer, right?
Okay.
But is there, like, you know, there'll be wild boars out in the woods and the farms,
In
Jarch.
the woods, yeah, correct. Yeah, in the woods.
Is there like wild pigs and wild cows just running around?
There's wild shit everywhere. But farmers are usually pretty good. Like, they fucking break, they're cunts of things. They break through fences and fucking fuck off and shit. But people have got a pretty good hold. They're all tagged and shit as well. So you've got a pretty good idea on what's going on. You know what I
Do
mean?
you farm kangaroos or they just roam wild?
Look, there's now a fucking industry with, you know, that wild meat brand, whatever it's called. It's like crocodile, kangaroo.
Because I've had a kanga sausage, I'm pretty
I used to
sure.
eat them all the time. Kangaroo meat's like a good lean meat. So I think they do now, you know what I mean? But like, just farming for their meat. Yeah, they drown your dogs.
Kangaroos?
Fucking oath. They
But I
wade into
see
like
them
shallow water. If your dog goes in, they'll drown it.
I've seen them at the zoo and they're friendly. I love the Taronga Zoo. Can we go to the zoo?
God, Jesus Christ.
Can we go to the zoo?
This bird's got no idea. Yes, I fucking love the zoo. We can. But just because you saw a kangaroo in the zoo and it's friendly.
I love elephants.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I like their big ears and trunks. I'd like to sit on one. I know.
How am I gonna fucking not say anything here? You love their big trunks. I'd like to sit on one. How was I'm sorry for yelling in your ear, but I had to jump on that opportunity like Lou wants to jump on a trunk. God, jeez. Sometimes I just wonder whether you didn't even hear what you'd said there.
No, I honestly reckon stuff comes out of my mouth and then it'll take like 2 seconds before I realise what I've said. Lucky this podcast is pre-recorded. How did I do live radio for 2 years? Have I told you this story of what I said one night?
No.
Can I tell this now? Probably. It's been and gone. No one's going to find the audio and dig it up.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. But it was generally like I'm just so naive that I didn't even think it was a thing.
Genuinely, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Anyway, we had been talking, it was like 11 p.m. at night on the radio, and we'd been talking about like some sports star or something. And I was like, they were talking about how he's just, like so jacked up and really good at whatever he does. And I was like, oh, he's probably on steroids. And then we went off air and my co-host was like, that's like defamation, Lou. Like you can't.
Oh, libelous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I slept for like 2 days, worrying that someone was going to grab that audio straight to Daily Mail.
Yeah.
It'll probably happen now. It'll be in the paper tomorrow.
But you said probably. You didn't make an accusation there. You didn't say he is on steroids, that's what he takes. You said he's probably on steroids. It's not libelous.
No, it was 3 years ago. I probably said he was on.
Okay, gotcha. What do you reckon it is when you're fly blown?
Fly blowing?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say this,
Hit it.
but I reckon that's when you're drunk driving a tractor.
You think, sorry?
Drunk driving a tractor. Which would be illegal.
That's the most wrong one you've ever got.
Oh,
Run me through the thought process.
fly blowing. Like I imagine, when people get done DUI and they have to have those things in their cars where they go
Yeah.
for it to start up.
Yeah. And in the lock system.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I just imagined fly blowing. My brain went to blowing flies going around the tractor, and I just thought you're drunk driving your tractor, which is illegal.
No, well, you
Well,
can
it
do whatever
must
the
be.
fuck you want. Well, yeah, technically.
No,
but
that is illegal. Just because you're on the farms doesn't mean you can do that, Jarch.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
I'm not condoning that.
Neither am I. But-
You can't do that.
Can.
You can't.
You can drink drive. It's just illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, but
It's just illegal. You can do it, but it's illegal.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that in a tractor. It'd be stupid.
It would be stupid. Don't do it.
And it would be illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal. Don't do it.
Fuck off.
What? I'm not winking.
Well, what's it mean then?
I'm not winking to the camera.
What does it mean then if it's not drunk driving a tractor?
So when a sheep is fly blown or fly strike, it's when a fucking bunch of flies have essentially laid their eggs and maggots. It kills sheep. That's why you got to crutch them. So they lay maggots in their little crutch in their doot, and they get infected and fucking kills them, poor bastards.
That honestly sounds like the worst way to die.
Wouldn't be good, would it?
That would be the worst.
Maggots eating your ass.
That's so fucked
Might be
up.
enjoyable for the first 10 to 15 minutes and then...
Oh, don't. There's already too much I need to cut from this podcast.
What? Like what?
Too many to name.
It's certainly not drink driving a tractor,
No.
which was pretty fucking special from you.
It's quite admirable.
Nice, mate. Admirable.
How creative my brain is. I think people would be sitting at home going, Lou is a creative gem.
This chick.
What do you reckon, Tops? Not even listening to me. Not even
This
listening.
must be an
But
enthralling conversation,
it's
Tops.
like, Jarch, I'm very good at charades. Very good.
Okay, can I challenge you with something? Tell me something you're not good at.
Sport.
Speaking.
Well, I do that for a living.
I know, it's fucking sad, buddy.
Mate,
The roast is over.
you're 32 on TikTok.
That's my joke. Don't steal my own self-roast. Don't say.
You've got 2 hot cop brothers. One of them owns a house.
You're bringing back your roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And you, just a lonely 32-year-old TikToker who games for 9 hours a day on a Sunday.
Hey, if I'm scatting hungover enough, yep.
I bet no one comes into the lounge in your house when you're there because everyone's like, oh, embarrassing. They stay out, don't they? You're there on your own.
They do.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with that.
Everyone else is probably pretty pissed off you've taken over the entire lounge.
I tend to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, Lou? The more time fun, the better fun you get
together.
So it's one of the age-old sayings.
Uh-huh.
You knew it.
I knew it.
You've heard it.
I've heard it many a time.
That was pretty good. No, it wasn't pretty good. It was fucking shocking from you, but it is nice to see how your brain works.
Thank you.
We'll get some more terms back next week or the week after.
It's that and how my singing progress goes is probably my 2
Started
favourite
your lessons,
segments.
kid, or?
No, I've inquired with a few singing coaches, but I haven't heard back from anyone.
There's a shock.
Is that saying that maybe they've heard the podcast and thought this girl can't be helped?
I think one of them said something like you can put glitter on shit, but it's still a hunk of shit. And I believe...
Well, I've come up with another song that I'm good at singing. Did I sing Drops of Jupiter last week?
You sang it on the fucking Instagram. No. We said, no more.
Just one. I won't sing the whole verse, just a quick bit.
Fine. Sorry, Tom.
And you finally got the chance to dance along the light of day and head back to the Milky Way. And tell me, did Venus blow your mind? That bit was good.
I want to ghost you now by becoming a ghost.
Oh, do you know what? That's why people aren't messaging me.
The singing.
It's the singing.
Yeah, and your bone structure.
I genuinely reckon we've got to end this podcast. If I want any chance of having a husband, this has got to end.
This is the last episode of We Mean Will. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening.
There's a big honking truck.
That
That sounded like the Titanic.
No, because he was far away. He wanted you to shut the fuck up. He's just honking his horn. Yeah,
All right, road rage.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Shut her up. 3, 2, 1, now.
Suddenly. I'm a sweaty little beast. I'm a sweaty little beast. I'm a sweaty little beast. Wait, that was fucking good. You know what they say? Two wrongs that sing together make a right. My name's Jarch and I'm a fucking loser.
Well, hey, the roast's over.
Well, the roast is only just beginning. It actually makes me feel like a roast, like, ooh, I'd never want some crackling.
I did.
I want some crackling in my mouth.
You need to shut the fuck up.
What's going on with me today? Oi, oi.
Shut the fuck up.
I've got a confession. I think I've got back sweat.
Show me. Show me.
I can't.
Show me.
I can't.
Show me.
This can't be a video if I do.
Yeah, it can.
Don't.
You're such a wig out, dude.
Oh, there's not?
Nah.
Just a sweaty girl in a studio.
It's like the more we tell you to stop singing, the more you fucking
Something's hit me. Something's hit me today. Okay, it's time for Hinge Notes. We didn't do that last week. We did it this. We're doing it. We didn't do it last week. We're doing it this week. Okay, this guy has said, my greatest strength.
I can burp like whenever the fuck I want to. It's pretty sick, bro.
Bro. I was like, who the fuck is... I thought it was you.
Like, don't. That's sick.
I can do it too, so fuck you, dog.
But that, like, it's not... I would not be gloating about something like that. I wouldn't be putting that in your Hinge.
Yeah, I was just joking. I can't do it.
No, I mean this guy.
Yeah, no, it's just... But he'll find the sort of chick that'll be into that.
Yeah? Well, his photo is him, I think, smoking a doobie.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. When he ended it with the... Bro...
This guy has said, my favourite line from a movie.
About? This is crazy. You can't even shag anyone. You're a hat. The Sorting Hat came face to face with Hermione. Don't knock it till you've tried it. I can do things no wizard your age can imagine. That's disgusting. You're disgusting, Hermione admonished.
Sorry, was that 50 Shades of Harry Potter?
Can I just make a point here? If Hermione is conversing with the Sorting Hat, presumably she's a first year at Hogwarts.
Yes.
So he's saying the Sorting Hat's a pedophile. That's inappropriate. He should take that down.
Oh. I didn't pick up on that, Jarch.
Well, that's the only time they fuck with the Sorting Hat, not literally.
I just it made my brain go to Avada Kedavra.
Fuck me. Sometimes I wonder.
Harry Potter, come to die. Avada Kedavra.
At least she's entertaining herself, I suppose.
Lost it today. Do you know that scene though? Voldemort's standing there and he's like,
No. Hey.
and
Look,
he's like,
we know it.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Harry Potter, come to die. Avada Kedavra.
Okay. Hey, can I tell you something?
Expecto Patronum.
You can expect me to leave this fucking podcast if you keep doing Harry Potter quotes. Hey, we got it the first time you did it. We didn't need it four other fucking times.
One more. Not me, not Hermione, you, Harry. You must go forth. Knight to B6.
I'm about to walk. And that was, you did it wrong. He goes, not me, not Hermione,
you,
no,
Harry.
no.
You must go forth.
Hey, I let
Knight
you, I shut
to B6.
the fuck up. I let you do your shitty impressions. Now you got to let me do it without interrupting. He goes, not me. No, don't.
I know it.
Not Hermione. Yo.
You, Harry.
No, stop.
Yes, and then he goes, you must go forth.
But you've got to pronounce the yo.
And then he goes, gulps, Knight to B6. And then Hermione goes, no, because it means that he's going to get smashed off.
And she wonders why blokes ghost her. She's just like, is this podcast cock-blocking me? Yeah. No shit. You've been quoting fucking Harry Potter, poorly may I add, for the last 3 minutes. Get out.
Can you do your best, Voldemort?
Get out.
Go on, you give it a go then.
I don't know how to do it.
One more time from me then.
Another hinge note.
I just want to watch Harry Potter now. This guy said, a fact about me that surprises people.
It's not just that I don't drink now. I've never actually been drunk. Ever. I've got no concept of what it even feels like to be tipsy.
That blew my mind. He's never been drunk.
Fuck that.
He's never had a sip of alcohol. I wish that I was him. I wish I'd never tried it and never had a sip.
Lou, you don't.
I do.
Oh, you think that'd be fun? You think that'd be fun?
Avada Kedavra.
Hey, stop it. Now, look at me. Stop it.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
That would suck.
But don't you admire him in a way?
No.
Yes, he's never been drunk.
No,
He's never had a sip of a cider or tequila or anything.
Yeah, I actually admire him less.
Honestly, I thought, good on you.
No, I don't give it. That's fucking boring.
But it's whatever you think it's boring. More just the fact that he's never, what's that phrase? Folded to society.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but I mean, boring.
I think you're being mean. You know what I would do to you?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Expecto Patronum!
All right.
I think I've pushed it too far today. We've probably got enough content anyway. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast, everyone. Jarch is gone for today, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the Harry Potter quotes. It won't happen again next week. Ciao, ciao, from me. Oh, and he's slowly walking back. I'm done on the quotes. I promise.
No, we're done.
The podcast is over. Forever? No long. Okay. Well,
See you later.
it was nice knowing you guys. Episode 11, the final. Hoorah. Nah, generally, something's gone on with me today. I have had 2 coffees. Anyway, Jarch has left, so we're actually done for this week. You know where to follow us on all the socials, etc., etc. I'll stop now. And just to end the podcast, Jarch style come to die. Avada Kedavra. All right. Goodbye.